You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 90. I'm tripping. 107. Listen, I'm like a robot with this shit. My bad. Episode 107.
107 Ralph. 107 Ralph, aka Ralph from Lauren. Shout out to Wale.
Hey, I'm Johnnie, aka Mr. Candy Birds. Shout out to Candy. We out here. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversatthepodcast. Instagram is Oversatthepodcast. And our email is oversatthepodcast@gmail.com. And check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, mind Ralph on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, turn up on YouTube. On Twitter, JON 2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. I do want to shout out Brittany Jones, Confessions of a Pop Culture Freak. She just put out a new blog. Yeah, man. Hey, she's a phenomenal writer. I'm glad we got her. Yeah. But shout out to Brittany, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out Confessions of a Pop Culture Freak on oversatthepod.com.
Yes, sir, man. But another week down. We're back to the original format, the OG format that we have worked so hard to build up. But shout out to last week, our episode with Fresh Seed and everything that we had going on. But Johnnie, how you doing, brother?
My guy, I am good. I do want to shout out all the mothers, listeners, mothers of the listeners. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, happy
We
Mother's Day.
appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I hope everybody enjoyed their Mother's Day. But I'm good, man. Another week in the books. It's one more week until tax day, so it's a little busy.
Okay.
A little busy.
They extended it, right?
Yeah. They extended it until May 17th.
Oh, okay.
Instead of April 15th. So yeah. But I'm good, man.
What you doing when you done, man? You doing some cocaine?
That's funny. I am going on vacation in a couple weeks. So it's lit. Man, first real vacation since 2019. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's what's up, bro.
So yeah, I might do a TikTok or something on the beach.
Why not? Snow?
Shit, why not? Hey, turn. How you doing, man?
I'm cool. Well, I mean, I'm cool. I'll say this. Today I checked in on all my motherly figures, my mom, my stepmom, and my mother-in-law. So just seeing how everybody was doing.
Right.
You know? I went, and then obviously before I came here, I was with my mom, just, spending time with her, got her a gift. My mom is real light on me when it comes to like gifts and stuff. So I'm always happy to get her stuff. She wanted a massage gun, and I got it off Amazon. So I was like, oh,
it's lit.
Yeah.
It's lit. I like it.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like one of those situations where you pretty much have gotten her everything, and then now, if I start balling, I'll get her a Benz or something. You know what I'm saying? Help somebody save us so we can, do that for our people.
Right.
But other than that, it's just like, I'll take, some lotion, like Victoria's Secret or something. Like,
something for practical use, because like you said, like I done got my mom everything. My mom has everything she could ever want. So all she really wants now is like massage looks, gift cards and shit.
Little stuff like that.
Yeah, which is cool. So it's like, say less. Say less. Hey man, I want to shout out to Ralph, man, because my man's been out here on social media with the workout game, killing. I saw my man do a high knees one time. I was like, oh, no, my man is out here getting it. Like, my man's is really out here getting it. Ain't nobody turning up in the gym like Ralph right now, okay? My man's is out here. Turn up, bro.
I appreciate it.
Turn up.
It's just, a different, I'm trying to take it to a different level, because this is the thing. I've developed you know, the strength aspect, right? I can do all that. You know, no, you're not even bragging. It's just, you know, I worked up to do that.
Right.
But I'm talking about what's the use of building my body up if my endurance is trash?
True.
So I'm trying to, you know, do those high intensity stuff that I know is gonna kill me. But I'm doing it with the sense of trying to be healthier, you know, the weight loss, you know, that'll come. But it's all about health at this point, you know?
I love it. I love it. Listen, man, I was inspired. I was inspired. Real shit, man.
I appreciate it.
It's dope, man.
You can burn down the good that you claim that you have.
Listen, it's still there. Don't let the clothes fool you.
Bro,
it's there, bro.
You cannot have a good in the medium. I refuse to believe that.
Hey, man. It happens.
But, oh, man. But, no, I mean, I hate to damper the movie. I'm glad you know, made me laugh. But it was some stuff that I've been dealing with. Like, my dad's birthday was last Monday. So, just dealing with, it's like grief is tough to really, like, compartmentalize. You know what I'm saying? Because you're down because you're like, man, I should be down this much. And then again, you feel bad because you're not down about it. So it's like one of those things. So just like the week before, the day we recorded, the day of, the day after, I was just like, you know, just swinging through those emotions. So, but no, I'm just, I'm happy to all the people that, you know, show love and all that great stuff. And then, you know, my support system just for being there.
Of
so,
course. The best thing you could do is feel through it. Whatever it is, just feel through it, man. For real. Hey, Vision said it best. What is grief if not love persevering?
The bars.
Hey, bars, man. For real. But nah, facts.
But nah, I appreciate you, bro. But nah, what we doing off the dome?
Let's do it.
Hey, man, you go first. Man.
Okay, I'll take it first.
Okay.
All right, so this is completely random. This shit just came up as I'm like just watching TV and stuff. So there are a lot of brands that really don't have much or very minimal advertising. You know, you got a lot of luxury brands, Lamborghini, all that type of shit. But there's some other brands that don't have much promotion that are still popular as fuck. And I'm gonna give you my answer because I want to know what's one of your favorite brands that doesn't have a lot of promotion but it's still fire. Okay. Mine's is Waffle House.
Oh, okay. You never seen a Waffle House commercial?
I've never seen a Waffle House commercial.
And you don't need to.
Or a radio spot, none of that. None of it. I've never seen or heard any Waffle House advertisement. Advertisement, as they say on radio.
So that's true too. I'll say this, and it's kind of cheating, but it's not because on the way here, that's all Bentley, right? You've never seen a Bentley commercial, you've never seen a Bentley ad, but you know that it's a top flight car. Oh, you know it's one of the best cars out there, one of the best luxury brands. You see Mercedes commercials, you see Jag commercials, you see other cars like that, but when you start talking Bentleys,
right,
you just see the bee with the wings, you know what it is. So definitely a Bentley.
Okay, I feel that. This is random, but have you seen the cars? I think they're called like Genesis.
I've seen.
Are they made by Bentley? Because I feel like the symbol is the same, but like I've never seen a commercial for them either. I don't know what they're.
I can't speak to it, so I won't say. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I was just curious. That's all.
No, that's what's up. But mine is my off the dome is definitely going to be music related today. I was always thinking, the music is a very cutthroat industry. You know, people come and they go very, very quickly.
Thanks.
And you kind of look at the careers of peers around said artists, and you're like, dang, yeah, you know, such and such could have did that. So if you can give your Willy Wonka golden ticket to one artist, right? Who would you give it to and why? Like just to kind of do a reset, restart, and just see their career flourish in a different manner.
Damn, that's a good question. If I could give a Willy Wonka golden ticket to an artist, I really want to try to refrain from.
I know what you want to say, but I'll
who you think I want to say?
Joe Budden.
Yeah, it is. That's the first person that came to my head, but he was my answer for like last week or the week.
No, the week. I think the week before.
I'd say Twista.
Okay.
Twista did have a moment. He did have a moment of mainstream success. Okay. But I feel like he should have had a longer mainstream career because after Kamikaze and the day after, if I'm not mistaken, he kind of like fell off the mainstream radar. Like he did continue to put out albums,
Yeah.
which weren't as good as those, but
Yeah.
I feel like he could have, I feel like his career could have been better than what it was.
Okay.
Because Twista is a legend.
I think the thing with Twista, obviously, is rapping styles, not rapping ability, right? I think that a lot of people could never decipher lyrics, right? You know, what he's actually rapping out. We know he's, speed rapping. Oh, wow. Twista sounds great. And then he had a great cadence on beats. So it's not like it sounded like gibberish mumble rappers,
Right.
but it's still hard to decipher. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So I think by the time he got with like he was pseudo Rockefeller and then right under like Kanye's production and stuff like that, he found a way to refine his flow. Because I think if you compare Adrenaline Rush to Kamikaze, those are two different albums, right? If you're talking about the way that he raps.
Well, yes and no. So he does have, so on Kamikaze, he still does have those speed raps, but on the album, there are songs where he's not rapping as fast. Like he does slow down his cadence on.
You're talking about Kamikaze, right?
Yeah, Kamikaze.
That's what I'm saying.
And the day after. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like it's different from Adrenaline.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I meant. So that's why I feel like maybe the mainstream push he was more accepted in that circle.
Yeah.
Then. Like you know what I'm saying?
Got you. Well, yeah, I can agree with that. That makes sense.
But like I get what you mean, because after the day after tomorrow, or the day after, it was just it kind of went left, I would say. But not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way. I think people was just off the Twista train, honestly. It's just like, damn, that was hot for a second. All right, what's next? Like, I really feel like that's what it was.
True. Okay. My answer, I'm actually going to give love to an R&B artist. I'm going to go with a female R&B artist, which is actually A. Marie. I think she has two dope songs, two dope singles. Why don't we fall in love in one thing? I think those songs are actually kind of timeless. Like they aged very, very well. A. Marie had the look. A. Marie had a decent singing voice. I don't think she was the craziest vocalist, or at least I don't know if the songs that she put out exercised how good she could sing. So you know what I'm saying? You never know what somebody's true vocal range is.
True.
Like that. So
very true.
So I would say that, and then looking at her contemporaries, I feel like she kind of got the short end of the stick because Beyonce was a contemporary at the time. Fantasia, Ashanti, Keisha Cole, a lot of these women were able to put out multiple projects, and then their careers went here. You know what I'm saying? Like you can arguably all these women have multiple albums and 20 plus, 20 songs that you can. Well, I wouldn't say 20, but versus amount playlists that you can identify with, right? So that's why I feel like, damn, A. Marie, like you ain't get a,
damn.
Because I fuck with those two songs that she got. Now, I'm not saying I dove into A. Marie album, so excuse me on that. But I will say that if I feel like she could have had a better push or more behind her, I'm not sure what her industry story is, but it's just how she fell from grace, in my opinion.
Damn. No, I feel that. As you were talking about her, you know who else I thought about? Sunshine Anderson.
Interesting.
Remember that one song? Heard it all. That was my shit. I love that song. But like I don't recall ever hearing anything else from her. Like I did listen to her album. I was in middle school when that song came out. So it's like, I don't know. But I like that song is timeless to me because I remember the video, I remember all that shit. That's how fire it was, and I was in middle school then. So it's like, damn. I don't know.
But yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Avery, man. But I see one thing pop up on the timeline every once in a great while. And then why don't we fall in love just reminds me like of the first day of spring every time I hear it. So I think that's a dope song, and I was just like, damn, what happened?
Birds chirping and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I just see Shawty walk down the street, legs, and that's it.
I love it. Damn. Avery, that's a great answer.
Yeah. I'll give Avery the chance to kind of start over and see what we can do.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So that's Off the Dome. Let us know what's one of your favorite brands that don't have any or very minimal advertisement.
Yeah, and if you can give your Willy Wonka golden ticket to one artist to do a reboot to their career, who would it be and why? But the OS docket is live this week.
Yeah,
it is very live, but we got to talk about, since we just talked about middle school and women R&B and all that great stuff, we might as well get to this Verzuz recap. We might as well. SWV and Xscape went down last night on Verzuz TV, Triller, all that great stuff. Shout out to Swiss and Timbo for another great performance, in my opinion. Johnny, your thoughts?
Bro, all day today, I've been walking around the house saying, as I stand here contemplating. All day.
You refer to yourself to Miss Candy Birds.
Mr.
Candy Birds.
Listen, bro. Hey, listen. I've had a long-standing crush on Candy. And yeah, it was confirmed last night. That's all I'm saying. But this Verzuz, I thoroughly enjoyed this Verzuz, especially in the second half.
Yeah.
Now I understand there are some issues in the first half. Like there was a lot of, I don't know. It felt awkward. I don't know what it was. It felt awkward. So after that, after the wardrobe change and everybody was actually up performing, like, oh no, this is fine. Like this was great.
But you know what? Honestly, when you think of the Earth, Wind and Fire and Isley Brothers, it started out the same way.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I would feel like, you know, hey, I could be at home with the grandkids, like, you know, saying something like that, and then eventually. It progressed. Like you was like, oh no, this can't end. This can't end.
Right. Oh yeah.
And and then watching the Verzuz last night, you know, they might have had, you know, a little diva beef, you know what I'm saying, but it was light. It wasn't as like tension heavy as like a Brandy Monica, like super crazy. But it was definitely some, you know, some vibes.
But you know what though, I saw again. Shout out to Brittany because she shared this on her IG story. Yeah. But Coco, the young lady. Listen, from SWV, she made a post today saying that before she left her hotel yesterday to get to the Verzuz, she witnessed like a shooting at her hotel. Okay. And like the lady that got shot, like she saw the body on the ground. And I think that messed her up mentally. Gotcha. Yeah, so I think that could be part of it.
Okay. No, the reason I laugh is because the memes of Coco floating around on social media of like this face that she makes. It's like it was like when I say hilarious. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed this Verzuz. Like I enjoyed the fact that SWV or Xscape may not have 20 undeniable hits, but they were able to go in and out of like features and Candy flexed her songwriting ability. So you know, it kind of like you wouldn't say it's necessarily a cheat code because hey, it is what it is. But
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right, it's entertaining. You gotta feel that time, baby. So
work. So, and they did.
Oh yeah,
they did.
I was just happy that I was like, okay, since we see Candy kind of flexing on the songwriting shit, I was like, hey man, can Tasha please sing the verse from the hook from Thug Holiday? And she did. I was like, yes, just like. I was like, please.
Come on, hey man. Whenever I see black women, just exude their talent, like these women can sing, even still. Like it's 20 plus years since, you know, their prime, and they're just up here like just perform. Like it felt good to witness that. Yeah. Like this is great. It was great.
It was some moments like you had JD and Brad come out. You had Coco's son come out and sing along with SWV. So I thought it was just a good all around entertaining versus you know, maybe some people that's just not for you, but you know, me and the wife was kicking, we was vibing, like, and you know, just to see that, like you said, these women really haven't lost a step.
Man, what?
Like, cause I actually thought Tiny was lip syncing. No, because it sounds. I was like, nah, she ain't singing, but her. If you ever watch or ever listen to Tiny talk and the way she sings,
it's completely different.
Yeah. So I was just like, wow. But no, I was thoroughly entertained. Shout out to SWV and Xscape.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful. I do want to shout out Spinderella. It was fantastic. It was fantastic to see her there.
I'm so glad that you brought that up because Salt and Pepper been playing Spinderella.
Man, what?
For a minute. It's mind-boggling, and I'm glad they had her, but I could not get with Invo's. I mean, not Invo's, I'm tripping. Xscape's DJ.
We couldn't find another woman DJ. Like, what we doing?
And it's like, okay, even if, bro, like, your song selection was so
my man's was so over the place.
It was
like, bro.
I was like, he went from Mary J. Not Go Cry to Usher Let It Burn. Like, what? I was like, oh, nah, fam.
My man was turned. Like, this ain't even that type of verse.
You know what? He was like Nelly. He played all the songs he wanted to know. Like, all the songs he wanted to hear.
He did.
He didn't read the room.
My man,
he just played songs.
First of all, my man's energy was through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's dope, but this ain't that type of show, bro. Like,
he went from like the butt to something else. It was like, what? This was like it was the nastiest transition. And it wasn't even a transition. It was just like the butt. Right, play the next song, like it wasn't no scratch,
no
like no blending,
like none of that.
Yeah, he's clearly the worst DJ.
Somebody said
of all the verses. Clearly.
Somebody said BPMs be damned. He gonna get to his next song. Like, fam, like, what is we doing?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If this would have been a hip hop versus, I feel like we wouldn't be clowning him as much, even though his transitions and song selections was kind of trash. But it's like,
no, I feel like we were trying because the hip hop DJs, like the DJs from like Men and Rap, right? Mm-hmm. I can't think of his name. I know
Scratch, right?
Scratch.
Yeah.
Scratch knew what he was doing.
100%. 100%.
So it's like, nah.
I wonder if his DJ A1, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Like so I'm not familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Is he like a newer DJ?
No, he couldn't be. Not with that jacket. Like he been doing it for a minute, clearly. So, but
he did have on the field for 21 J.
Whoever he is, he got money. Like I don't know all the DJs, so I don't know DJ A1.
Is he Xscape? Like, does Xscape have a DJ? Like, is that their official DJ? I don't know.
That could be possible. I mean, because Xscape, when they on tour, like before pandemic or something like that.
I think they were. I think they were.
That's why when SWV and Xscape came out, they don't seem rusty when it comes to performing.
Facts. That's a fact.
I think Xscape was on the road Lois and Keys before. Like they was doing, like they might be, the Shapers of it, with like 4 other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? How you doing the night tour? Like, you know what I'm saying? They doing that.
I would attend that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love those reviews, man. It'd be like Key Sweat, Xscape.
Yeah, I seen some shit.
She go to barge. I
seen some shit with Joe one time. Joe was a phenomenal performer.
Joe is very, very underrated.
Man, what?
Extremely underrated. Like dope catalog.
What was your favorite part from the verses?
My favorite part. I don't know. Like I think I just thoroughly enjoyed the second half, and it's hard for me to like pinpoint. I would say like one part, but I definitely enjoyed like how they ended on both, and then they came together. Unity,
UNITY.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what we need to not do going forward.
Okay.
This whole Doritos fan pick song shit, like we need to relax.
That was weird.
I feel like we're gonna get a lot more sponsor ad things in the coming verses. I feel like that's gonna mess the whole thing up. Cause even SWV and Xscape were confused. Like, do we say this now? Like, and they just kept saying Doritos.
Yeah, it was like, oh, commercial break. No,
yeah,
I saw that too. Yeah.
Like that was weird. That was a bit awkward, but other than that, shit was amazing.
Okay.
They killed Week.
Anything is my shit by them. Like.
Right, look, you gotta
pop like this. The 90s pop.
Oh my god! Listen, hey, all 7 of them ladies can still sing.
Yeah, like that's the beautiful thing about it. I don't think like their voices have like changed dramatically. You know what I'm saying? It still sounds good. Man, the fact again, I'm gonna keep saying this every time because these verses have been amazing. Post Apple, like. These are basically concerts. Like, these are concerts. And you heard like the crowd, the minimal crowd singing. So
yes, like I'm here for it. And this shit is free. Like, bro, I would have paid to see that at the Shafins. I would have paid to see Red and Meth at the Shafins. That's this shit's fire.
I just wonder what the next one is gonna be like because it seems like everyone seems to level up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or at least be on par. Like I can't say that Earth, Wind and Fire is better than Red and Red is better than like you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, but they're all on par.
Right. Exactly.
So the Mood of Triller actually hasn't been bad.
Facts. Also, random plug, I don't know. Smart TV users. So there's an app called Fight, F-I-T-E, that you can download. So I have Apple TV. I downloaded it to my Apple TV. And you can stream it there. So like instead of downloading Triller and then like connecting your phone to your Apple TV,
or a screen mirror or something like that.
Yeah, just download the Fight app, F-I-T-E, and then you can stream it that way. That's how I watched it last night. I saw it on their Instagram. I was like, let me try that.
Say that. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. So I just want to throw that.
But let us know what y'all think about the verses. How do y'all feel about that? But we're gonna stay in music right now. I think I wanted to say this on the pod, like. I agree with you last week, Mom, just reaffirming what you said, like with the DJ Khaled album. It was like some songs on there that I can listen to. It was cool, but it's, if I ain't working out to it.
It makes the best forgettable music.
But I've said this, and nobody pays attention to me on Twitter, but that's fine. But no, I was just saying, like, We the Best Khaled is better than Snapchat Khaled, because Snapchat Khaled is giving us all these mid albums. Like, if you go back and check the We the Best joints, them the joints that got all the songs that I was referring to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, the Major Key joint, all of them been kind of like, Right. and these are the ones that have like, Jay-Z, Rihanna, Beyonce. Like, he got all these big hitters on this one, on the Major Key to now, and all those albums just haven't kind of run together since 2015. So,
yeah. Listen, I'm surprised I even went and listened to this shit. I was just like, it's there. Let's see what happens. And,
Like, it was cool. Like, it was some songs on there. I was like, okay. And I never have to listen to this again.
Word. What did you think about, if you remember, what you think about the Cardi B joint?
It was cool. Like, I think she rapped probably one of the hardest verses on the album.
Like, she switched up her cadence, like the way she raps. I thought that was cool. Like,
but this is one of those Cardi joints that's kind of like you'll forget about.
No, true. Also,
because like I'm not saying you gassed the track last week, but you did say it was one of the better tracks
from
on
the album. Yeah.
And that makes sense because I think like that, and I enjoyed the track with Lil Baby and Lil Durk.
Okay.
So other than that, like I said, I like Sorry Not Sorry. So that's 3 songs out of 15.
Yeah.
Everything else is kind of like, it's kind of like okay, but I'm not running back to listen to either 3 of those songs that I just named. But if they're on, I'm not cutting them off.
Yeah, got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Same.
So it's like one of those. But no, I guess, and then Fresh even had to eat his words. Me and him was having a conversation in DM about that. He was just like, yeah, it's a few joints.
See, that's what I was saying.
He said, so shout out to Fresh.
That's what I was saying. So I finally listened to a Conway the Machine album. It was actually not bad. And Conway can really rap. I knew he could rap from his features and the things that I've seen on YouTube and stuff like that. But this is the first time I've actually listened to a Conway album. Yeah. He put out an album on April 16th called La Maquina. Okay. La Maquina. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrect. This is a great album. Yeah. Like this man can really rap. Yeah. And he got a song on there with J.I.D. And Ludacris.
I think I heard that. Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah.
That shit was hard. I was like, okay, nice. J.I.D. cold and Ludacris is one of my favorite rappers ever. But so to hear him now, 20-something years later, still rap to that ability is it's dope. So shout out to Conway the Machine, man.
Yeah. But outside of that, I've been listening to a lot of new music actually. I've been listening to, are you familiar with Drum?
Yeah.
Okay. You listen to this new project, Shelly, a.k.a. Drum?
I have not, but I heard he changed his name. It was nice. Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. The thing is, I enjoy it because it's not when I see new music, I'm not intimidated by it because it says 30, 40 minutes. Okay.
Got you. I can run that real quick.
I can run through that real quick, even if I don't like it. Yeah. But I find myself going back to the song, and then the first track, I forget the name of it, but it does have him and Summer Walker on it, which I think is amazing. The second track is dope. This is a very, very solid project from Drum. I hope to see him continue to do better and bigger and better things, but he might just be, kind of like one of those artists that's in the space, but he kind of reminds me of Fonte.
Okay.
That's the type of music that he's making on this album. I can't speak to everything else, but this album
Okay.
Give me Fonte vibes.
Yeah, I just downloaded it, so I'm gonna check that out this week.
Gotcha.
I really haven't been listening to any other new music this year. It's like,
Gotcha. But you know what we got to talk about? We got to talk about these two joints from last week. We can't let this slide by. The TDE announcement from last week, right? Okay, so Top Dog Entertainment comes out with this big announcement, you know, flooding our social media saying that we're coming with something on May the 7th. And what do they come with? Not a Kendrick Lamar release, not a Schoolboy Q release, not a J-Rock release, not an Absol release. You give us Isaiah Rashad. Now, I will say this. Isaiah Rashad has never really made anything that's really captured my ear. Mm-hmm. He's made a whole bunch of mid-music, in my opinion. Now, you do an announcement for your lower, like, he's the bottom. Like, he's under here.
Is he under Reason?
He's under Reason. Like, it's Kendrick, SZA, Schoolboy, Jay, Ab, Reason, Isaiah Rashad.
It's funny because it's true.
And that's no disrespect.
Right, but
if you're talking about like the hierarchy of popularity, I'm not talking about skill.
Yeah,
popularity.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's true. It's true.
Because I was like, fam, like, you did all this was Isaiah Rashad. Now, listen.
They could have just said, we got to do Isaiah Rashad.
No, you could have just dropped that shit.
No, because I feel like if it would have just dropped, it would have been missed.
Well, Reason drops, and, you know, like, you know how we feel about that first album.
Oh, yeah.
We thought that first album was phenomenal. He ain't had no promotion. I don't think he had a big single either.
Well, the thing with that is, that album dropped on YouTube 2 years before it dropped on TDE. So it's the same album.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard him say that in the interview.
But I will say this. The song is cool. Lay With You featuring Duke.
Wait, it was just one song?
Yeah, it was just a single. Now, see,
no.
See,
so we're not doing that for a single. No, we're not doing that for a single.
Talk to Top Dog.
Fam.
Talk to him.
All right.
Talk to him.
Listen, fam, we're not doing that for a single to drop. I thought it was an album coming. I'm thinking we getting 10 tracks.
It's a whole
single?
A single featuring Duke Deuce. Now, both of these, you know, Isaiah Rashad is from Chattanooga, Duke is from Memphis, so I appreciate the Tennessee connection on the track. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. I think the song was cool. You know what I'm saying? It had, had a little bop, a little, you know, I'm in here, you know, one of them. But this announcement,
no, we can't. See,
we wouldn't let you slide with that, bro.
This is an announcement for an announcement. The single is an announcement for the album.
Pretty much.
So why?
So I will say this.
You have to.
I am disappointed that it's not Kendrick. Just off the strength of he is their flagship artist. Yeah. That's why I feel like you roll out the red carpet for your mans. Yeah. And that's what I felt like it was. It's not that I'm necessarily anticipating Kendrick music. Mm-hmm. It's just that if you're gonna do something like this, it has to be for one of your top artists. Like it has to, I mean, it don't even have to be Kendrick, but it makes sense to be Kendrick.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the announcement could be for a SZA, Schoolboy, even an Ab.
Yeah.
I feel like Kendrick is at that level now where he can just drop and people gonna run to it. Like you don't need an announcement. Kind of like a Beyonce.
Yeah, well that's damn near like what To Pimp a Butterfly was, because at the time, like I was the single, and the single came out first, but the album just came out of nowhere. It seemed like. Yeah. I don't think it had like you just looked up and it was out. I think right. I believe so. I believe that's how it was. Yeah.
We gotta relax on that shit. Man. You had the internet buzzing.
Yeah.
For this.
And now
I ain't even listen to this.
Now and then we gotta talk about, you know, I'll claim my man's right? Jermaine Cole, right? He drops the Interlude, which is I guess a single.
No, I think it's. So I listened to it. I think it's literally just the interludes on the album.
Okay. Well,
because it's only 2 minutes. It's
you know what? I think when you go to look at stuff, it's just interlude single because it's not attached to an album. Right. It's not a single per se. But he just drops an interlude. Now,
go ahead, say it.
This is very me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be honest. Like I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. That's my man's. You know what I'm saying? But there are better interludes. Like better intros. Like you know what I'm saying? than this, right?
Yeah.
Now, maybe in the grand scheme of the album, because sometimes when you hear stuff and you pluck it out the album, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Now, if you put this in the context of the album, it may be better. But in me just listening to this for 2 minutes, nah, fam, that ain't it. That ain't it, man. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's good.
Just hearing hearing it by itself is just like...
Yeah, like, what am I doing with this?
Yeah, exactly.
But in the context of the album, I can see this being, okay.
I'm not mad at that. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. Like, I think I listened to it twice, like back to back.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that was cool. Yeah. Now I'm just like, okay, now I want to hear the rest. Yeah. I think he did it just to get people more interested in the album. Like he made the announcement. He made the announcement for the album, and then like 2 days later, he was like, well, I wasn't going to drop a single, but let me drop something. And then he dropped this shit on Friday. So I think he wanted to get people more excited for the album. And according to you, it didn't work.
I mean, because me, you know me, I'm going to go listen regardless. Right. I don't need you to drop an interlude, but if it's going to be an interlude, it has to stay. Make sure it's undeniably hot. You know what I'm saying? Because you're using this as a lead single or a teaser for the album.
Yeah.
That's like almost like the equivalent of somebody putting a skit. Like, just a random skit with a few bars, and now I'm like, oh, okay. I just wasn't moved. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't moved.
What did you see the memes of people quoting the lyrics saying Jesus died at 33, so did Nipsey? Who was it?
Nipsey and Pimp C.
Pimp C. Nothing. A lot of I saw some people saying, "Oh man, it's just deeper than rap. If your mind is so small, you won't get it."
People love trolling J.Cole fans. Like I've never seen the people that just say J.Cole is just so deep. Like I've never seen it. And I'm not even one of them. I'm not considering myself to understand. But it's like, I don't, like, come on, fam. Like, where these people be at? They probably seen one person say this.
Man, just go off the deep end.
That's usually how it goes.
That's hella funny. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, listen. The off season is coming.
Yep.
Did you think there was any messaging behind the basketball hoop burning in the background? And on the album cover?
I mean, off season, sports reference. I don't know the significance, but I don't think it's cryptic. It's cryptic as we would like to make it.
Well, my mind is weird. So right. I automatically went to like burning crosses. Now I don't know what significance that would have, but it's like, why else would there be why not just have a basketball hoop just in the background with a ball?
Well, the thing with Cole, right? He's always had like sports themes. If you haven't paid attention, like leading up, the come up, the warm up, Friday Night Lights, JCole, the sideline story.
Yeah.
So
this is true. So could this be the end of his sports themed?
Probably so. It's probably like Kanye doubling back. Like say if Kanye wanted to make a good ass job right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Damn, we just decoded the shit.
You said it. I said, salute to you, bro.
Look. I was just curious. I didn't even put together like the whole basketball.
I literally just thought about that because you was bringing it up. It's like, oh well, that's the only thing that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Off season, so that's how you go from KOD kids on drugs to the off season. I mean, that's not a seamless transition. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, kids be on drugs.
play basketball to the all season.
Maybe.
Bars.
Girl, look, hey, that's what we do. We decipher this shit.
But speaking of basketball, right? We got a basketball superstar, if you might want to say, Kawhi Leonard, who's actually wanting to drop a rap album like his peer, LeBron James. Are you excited for a Kawhi executive produced rap project?
So when I saw this headline, I thought he was dropping a rap album. Like I was like, this motherfucker don't even talk.
Right.
Like how you go? But the answer to your question is no. Like, but then again, he could Kawhi Leonard could be so quiet that he just know a bunch of shit and is fire at putting shit together. Mm-hmm. So there's a possibility. I'm not excited for it, but like I would give it a shot just because of the gimmick. Like it's Kawhi Leonard, but I'm not that excited.
Well, the name of this project is Culture Jam, so it's already a troll within itself. Because it says in the headline that this album will drop ahead of LeBron James' Space Jam 2, which is slated, I think, in June or July, something like that.
I believe it's June.
I believe it's June. So that's something else within itself. And then Kawhi has never branded himself in the way that LeBron James or most NBA players have, to being outspoken to where people will care about your musical taste or, you know, you as a personality. Kawhi has always been about basketball, just basketball, and that's it. And there's nothing wrong with that, but when it comes to marketing, like we talked about in other avenues, right? Your personality is something people have to buy into. Definitely. So even if, right, you pluck some of the hottest rappers, like you got NBA Youngboy and Rod Wave doing a song together. Maybe not people don't probably listen to it, but the kids do, right? Those are uberly popular. I listen to Rod Wave, but I'm not saying NBA Youngboy. But the thing is, you have artists that do numbers.
True.
So a collab between these two on a project that's executively produced by you, that's going to get people that just follow you for whatever brand that you put out are going to go listen.
Right.
So if it's helping artists, I'm not upset at it. Am I really going to run to listen to Culture Jam? Probably not. But salute to hip hop and NBA stars working together to get this money. That's my takeaway from that.
I agree. What if this is the Space Jam soundtrack? No, you don't think so? LeBron okay that? Ain't okay.
Absolutely not.
If Kawhi would have went to the Lakers, you think he would have okayed it?
Probably so. Probably so. But no, he's still the enemy at this point. And then, hey man, what's the Space Jam soundtrack without R. Kelly singing I Believe I Can Fly Over the Prison Phone? I need that.
Like Sean did on the Confessions remix. Hey, all I'm saying is if Dame Dollar not on here, then it's trash.
Dame Dollar is actually an interesting case, right? I'm not saying he's the best rapper.
But he
ain't bad.
Exactly.
He ain't bad.
Like he's a decent rapper and he's a great basketball player. Like I know Shaq got platinum albums, but I ain't saying Shaq was a great rapper. So yeah, Dame Dollar need to be on there. I hope.
So we'll be here to compare if LeBron or Kawhi's albums are better when they both come out, and we're able to digest them. We're gonna get into that.
What was the 2 Chainz album LeBron did?
Rapper Go to the League.
Okay.
But you know he's supposed to do like this is actually I'm not saying this. It's pretty much a DJ Khaled album. Let's not get it twisted, right? These ideas aren't new under the sun.
Oh, fact.
You taking rappers that are hot or maybe up and coming or whatever, putting them collabing and putting them on songs, and you slap your name on it. Cool. Yeah. But just for the sake of argument, we gonna have them. We're gonna talk about Kawhi and LeBron's projects when they do. But LeBron pitched his idea first. He did. As far as being the NBA star to do it. And we talked about this earlier, a few weeks ago. Probably a few months ago now at this point.
It's gonna be interesting, man. Like, I don't know. Hip hop and basketball have a long-standing relationship, and I think, at least for now going forward, it'll be more on the producer side instead of the actual rapper side.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that fares.
Yeah.
So yeah. Shout out to Kawhi Leonard.
Right. Speaking of fair and money, right? Let's have the conversation about Birdman. Birdman recently came out in a interview talking about masters, the Cash Money masters. And I'll just cut straight to the shits. He said that these masters generate $20 to $30 million. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I said million. I'm sorry, dollars, right? I'm tripping. 20 to 30 million for Birdman. So John.
Listen, man. It seems as if, well, at least the public has known that Birdman has had issues giving money to his artists, at least within, let's just say, last 7 years or so. Now, apparently, no. Longer than that? Well, for me, I didn't fucking
Birdman, man, hey man, that's why the Hot Boys broke up.
I don't know. So these Cash Money masters generate about $30 million a year. Now, as owner of Cash Money, the money goes to Birdman. Less expenses and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
Now, Wayne was paid out of his, he settled out of his Cash Money contract, got his masters and all that.
Yep.
So Wayne doesn't even, Cash Money wouldn't even own Wayne's masters anymore, because didn't Wayne sell at least his portion of his masters for like $100 million a year or two ago?
Yeah, he sold his to the Republic. Yeah.
So the fact that even just a portion of these artists' masters generate $20 to $30 million a year is still insane. How much of that money is still going to the artists? That's my main question here, because it's the work of the artist, so they need to be getting something. Maybe not necessarily the entire amount because of contracts and all that, but they are still owed some of that money.
Yeah. Well, you got to think about, I'm trying to think about the old Cash Money regime before we even start talking about Young Money, you know, whatever, right? 400 Degrees went 5 times platinum. That's the biggest, regardless of how many records Wayne has sold, that is the biggest Cash Money release. Like, that sold the most under Cash Money.
Gotcha.
So, 5 million records in the 90s is a lot of records.
A lot of records.
A lot of records. And, you know, for what that album was able to do for Cash Money and, you know, just the landscape of hip-hop and broad, that's a lot of money that Juvenile has never seen. That's why him and Birdman have always had falling outs. They gotten cool, falling out, back cool. Like, it's always something. So, Birdman has a long track record of not paying people. Most of the Hot Boys, BG's in prison, I believe, still. Turk is out, but he doesn't fuck with him. Like, Manny Fresh is produced a lot of these songs, and he hasn't gotten, you know, his proper due. That's why him and Birdman fell out. So it's like, the thing, you know, it's just like we fell in love with the idea and these guys for what they represented and everything, but the business definitely drew them apart.
Yeah.
So when you talk about $20 to $30 million, that's crazy, because you know, the idea of masters is just like the way that I can license this out. So when people want to do interpretations of your song, they want to sample it, they want to use it in commercials. Yeah.
Like that. It's good business to be able to license out your work.
Yeah.
Right? Cool. We understand that. That's just business. But at some point, the individuals or the groups that have created this content that you are, that the business is licensing out, should have some type of clause or amendment or something in their contract saying, hey, if you license this for X amount of dollars, I should receive Y amount of those dollars.
Yeah. Now, the majority of these masters aren't coming from the old Cash Money. That's just something I wanted to bring up, because Juvenile definitely gets overlooked in these conversations, because there are the people on the talk about Wayne, Drake, and Nicki, and all of their biggest projects are Cash Money projects.
Got you. Okay.
Like Cash Money gets a percentage of, you know, the Carters. It gets a percentage even of Straight Scorpion. It gets a percentage of Nicki's Roman Reloaded. Like, you know, the Pink Friday joints. Like, I'm not being funny.
Yeah. So, that's interesting. So I wonder if, so now that all of those albums generate some type of revenue still, does Cash Money have any other albums coming out under them? Because I guess at this point they don't have to.
Well, I think Nicki, Drake, and Wayne are actually not on it. We'll see when. Well, we know Nicki isn't dropping anytime soon. Drake is supposed to drop soon. But it's easy to just look at your DSP and see if it says Cash Money at the bottom of the album. So we'll find that out then.
But, I mean, yeah, true. I don't know, man. It's just, it's weird because I know Wayne, he just sold his portion for $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
Drake, he got his whole OVO thing. You know, he has his other business ventures, and I'm sure Nicki does the same.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not hurting for money,
Mm-hmm.
but they are. I feel like they're still owed their portion of what these masters make from licensing and all these other revenue streams. Like it's just crazy. And the fact that he just casually dropped that in the interview, like we weren't gonna think like, well, what the fuck you doing?
Well, he dropped it on one of the biggest interview platforms, which is $1 million worth of game with Wallow and Gilly. So you know it was gonna make some type of
headline or something. Yeah.
So and then Birdman talking money, he's talking business. Like we're always intrigued to hear about the labels that we grew up on. So to hear those stories and things like that about the money or why things didn't work, we're always going to tune into it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Always.
Definitely. Especially from somebody that we know has had issues paying their artists in the past.
Yeah.
That you out here bragging about money, but you're not paying your people? Like, what we doing? What we talking about?
It's interesting to see Birdman still, talk about these things and, it's almost like the Diddy stuff. How we talk about Diddy not paying his artists. And you look at Bad Boy and Cash Money, Rockefeller, Rough Riders, whoever else, these factions that came together. You always look at them as family, but still, they're family by contractual obligation. So sometimes business and family, not sometimes. Business and family just never mix. So it's either we gonna be one or we gonna be the other.
Hey, pick one.
Yeah.
We just saw that shit with JVP. Hey, we didn't talk about him coming back either. Nothing.
I got
nothing. Okay, never mind.
Because it was awkward, man.
No, 100%.
It was extremely awkward.
It's gonna take them a minute to get back to what they were. Cause for a minute they was rocking, like shit was just flowing. But
I'm not sure how unpopular this opinion is, but I was actually getting used to Ice-ish.
I was too. I think they really. I feel like
honestly
they're about to create a new podcast with them. I feel like that's
honestly they know how to carry a conversation better with Joe. Joe knows how to talk over, talk crazy, talk down, talk through anything Rory or Maul says. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
Because think about it like this. Rory and Joe are like 10 years apart in age?
Yeah.
So that's always been his little nigga. For lack of a better word. Right? I forgot Rory for a second, right?
He a count, but that don't count. I'm sorry. It was funny. I thought it was okay. Never mind.
No, I'm just saying he's talking about.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying like that. It's like he's always been his. Oh, I get what you mean.
It just hit him. It just hit him.
Okay.
All right,
okay. Yeah. That makes absolutely nothing. Okay, but with that being said, it's just like I think that because Ice and Ish are like his friends, not like Ice and Ish are his friends. Like, and it's like you can see a different level of respect when it comes to like talking about things when Joe, Ice, and Ish are in the room.
Got you. I feel that. Yeah, I mean the feeling of the pod, the feeling of the JVP was different with Ice and Ish there. Like you said, the conversations were a little bit more mature. I like that word. Yeah. So they were definitely more mature because shit, I think Ish might be older. Ish is older than Joe. Ice is right there where Joe at almost. Like I feel like he's in his late 30s. So I get it. And shit, they don't have to protect relationships and shit. So they can just say what the fuck they want to say. So yeah, I think they're playing too as well.
They don't have to protect business relationships.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Just making sure.
Yeah. So yeah, it was different. And I was just getting used to them too. I ain't gonna lie. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting.
No, that's cool, man. Dope sideboard. But let's talk about something fun. I know Johnny's gonna love this topic, man. We talk about music and rappers again. XSL put out an interesting article about rappers and their feature price. This is what they charging. They overcharging, if you ask me, but that's another story for what niggas did to the Cold Trip. So let's just go down on this article here, right? First, we have one of our highest earners in hip hop, DaBaby, charging $300,000 for a guest verse. Johnnie.
Lord have mercy. So, I
really brought this up for you.
I skimmed through this article, and I saw some of these prices. So, with DaBaby, right, 300K for a verse. I'm not gonna lie. I understand why he charges that much. He's been nominated for a Grammy, maybe more than one. Already has countless features, songs that have gone #1, a #1 hip hop album. I understand why he would charge that much, because if you got DaBaby on your song, your shit is probably gonna go #1, if not close to it. So I get it. From the business standpoint, I get it. DaBaby is hot in the streets. I get it. But fam, come on. 300K? 300K?
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
300K?
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
300K?
You know that he's not the most talented rapper, but what you can prove is that he's a star.
300K?
Hey man, he on some pop song right now. And that joint is a hit because he's on it. So
which is why I understand.
Run me my 300 bands.
Which is why I understand.
Like you can say Lil Baby raps better than DaBaby, and Lil Baby charges $100,000. Now to some people that might seem astronomical, but we talking about 2021 industry prices. We know nothing of it, right?
Man, I feel like Lil Baby is undercharging. But, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if Lil Baby has been nominated for a Grammy, has had a #1 hip hop album.
I think Lil Baby was this past year.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was a problem because not this past year, maybe it was the year before.
Okay.
But it was somewhere in there when a lot of the quality control artists were nominated for stuff.
Well, if that's the case, he undercharging.
Yeah.
150, 175, maybe 200K max. Because even at this point, I feel like DaBaby's still a bigger artist than Lil Baby.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
Lil Baby
absolutely
is, to me, 100% the better rapper out of the two.
Yeah.
But, you know.
What do we think about Nicki Minaj with the $500,000 for a verse?
Despite my issues with Nicki, it's Nicki. I get it. She low-key might be undercharging.
The exponential growth of a feature verse. 50K for a verse, no
album out. Yeah.
500K by 2021. Not bad.
I mean, come on.
Not bad.
It's Nicki.
Not bad.
It's Nicki.
Not bad. Now, there's some other people on here. We got two Chainz on here for 100K. Now, I will say this. I think that, honestly, 2 Chainz my nigga, but I think that price might need to come down a little bit.
Oh, hot take.
No, because a 2 Chainz feature doesn't hit. Like, this is not 2013. This is not 12, 13, 14. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So you got to gauge off of how hot the artist is.
Got you. Also, with Lil Baby, I feel like his price is lower because he does a lot of features. I don't know how many features DaBaby does right now. Yeah. But you say he's on like a pop.
Like he's on some pop. I can't think of the artist.
But like I haven't heard as many DaBaby features recently. And maybe because that could just be me. I don't listen to the radio none of that. So maybe because he charges 300K, which is why he's not on as many features right now. So maybe.
Yeah, but shout out to Polo G, who's virtually the youngest person on this goddamn list, and he's just 85. I'm like, speak to him, man.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I don't think.
We know you're not
familiar. Okay. shout out to Polo G. Get your money, King.
Yeah.
That's dope though, man. 300K.
He's worth it.
True, but damn,
you ain't paying you. It's like even if he was charging you that, he's not charging you. He's charging the label that.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
You're going to get this like of DaBaby on any record right now. Out of here.
So now I'm curious. I'm curious as to what's Megan's price.
That's interesting. Like I wish they put like more rappers like prices out there.
Right, because I want to see this shit. I want to talk about it. What do you think is higher or lower than 300?
It should be right where the babies is, honestly.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
Them hopping on the song is gonna do the same amount, right? Because Meg has a song Maroon 5. Have you heard it?
I have not.
Okay.
I ain't even know Maroon 5 was still making music. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with Maroon 5 though.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, like, you haven't seen it chart. Like, you haven't seen it made any news because if it went number 1 or it charted real high, you would have heard the headline about it. So that's not even me being facetious. That's actually a fact.
Right. She probably would have promoted it too. I didn't see her promote it. So, yeah. Interesting. That's an interesting article. I fuck with that, man. Shout out to everybody on that list, man.
Yeah,
the baby.
Get your money. Get your money.
Hey, I really fuck with the baby, man. I've been going back and listening to his verse from the little Drake 3-pack or whatever that was. That shit was cold. That's little baby can rap, man. I fuck with little baby.
I'm glad to see you give me little baby his flowers, man. That's what's up.
The real shit. Listen, I'm not gonna be the old man. I'm trying not to be. I'm trying.
You sure you're not
I'm
trying.
I'm trying. It's officially get off my lawn season 2. I just cut my grass the other day.
But damn, who would we be if we didn't give you some OS stuff, man? Now this last headline, this is not even a headline. This is just a topic for us. Because it got too much. It got too many legs. We gonna go too many places with this thing. This is not constricted to a topic. Like, I mean, this is not constricted to a headline type of debate, right?
Word.
Man, Marvel just hit us over the head with like a 5-6 pack real quick. Like, they just announced their 22-23 slate of movies. See you at the movies. They said, hey, we'll see y'all at the movies. Don't worry about, Disney Plus and their home stream stuff. This coming to you know you gonna have your vaccine or whatever, or the world gonna be open. They don't care about none of that.
This shit needs to be experienced on the big screen.
Y'all
and that's where we gonna be at.
Y'all coming to the movies to fuck with us. So let's start at it, man. Like, well, I don't know. It's a lot. I'll let you get into the lineup because I don't have it in front of me.
Hey, man. First of all, I didn't realize it's 4 Marvel movies coming out this year. Nice. I did not realize that at all. So after 2020, which was the first year,
for this year,
Black Widow. We got Black Widow. We got Shang-Chi, the Eternals, Spider-Man in December.
Oh, that's okay. Marvel something. Okay,
that's crazy. That is nuts. So after 2020, the first year since 2008. That we didn't have any Marvel projects at all. No TV shows, no movies, none of that. Yep. This year, we get 4, with Black Widow coming out July 9th. And I think Black Widow is going to be on Disney+.
When does Shang-Chi come out?
Shang-Chi comes out September 3rd.
I thought that was July. Okay.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be, but they
changed the date to push for
Black Widow because Black Widow was supposed to come out in May.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they switched it. So
I technically wasn't all the way wrong. Got it.
Yeah, close enough. So Shang-Chi September 3rd this year, Eternals November 5th, 2021, and then Spider-Man No Way Home December 17th, 2021.
Hey man, let's just get past the 2021 joints. We'll get to
All right. So,
I want to get to the new joints.
Got you. Right. So 2022, the first Marvel movie we have is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Okay. That's March 25th, 2022, 10 days after my birthday. Then we have Thor, Love and Thunder, May 6th, 2022. We have The Marvels.
You skipped
Captain, did I? Oh, I'm tripping. So they got them out of order. So July 8th, 2022, we have Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
We'll get into it.
We'll get into it.
And
then November 11th, we have The Marvels, which is Captain Marvel 2, basically. And then in 2023, February 17th, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. And then May 5th, 2023, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
And before we get completely off of the rundown, they tried to sneak this in at the end. They put the Fantastic Four logo at the end.
They did. A lot of people thought the 4 was for Marvel Phase 4 because all the movies I just named are Phase 4 of Marvel.
Gotcha.
With Fantastic Four being the end of it. So there's no Avengers movie in Phase 4.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's what's up.
But we gotta get to Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. What do you think about the title, first of all?
Okay, the title. I'll stick to the title.
Okay.
The title. It's cool, but it seems like it's playing off of Chadwick's death. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll just say I'm conflicted.
You feel like they're playing off of the death, or do you feel like they're paying homage?
Well, not paying off. Playing off. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. But they're just playing off. No, I said what I said.
But tell me why. Because Ryan Coogler has gone on record saying that they have reworked the script to honor Chadwick Boseman.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
We'll see when the movie comes out. So why do you think they're?
It's a very creative name. They say that this script is supposed to work, kind of go about the inner workings of Wakanda, but it does sound like it's in memoriam of Chadwick Boseman. That's what this sounds like. I'm not saying that's what it is because the movie's not out.
Yeah.
Just what this looks like. That's just what it looks like to me. That's how I interpret it.
Wouldn't that be? Do you think that would be that should be the proper way to go after his passing, especially since they're not going to recast the role?
Like I said, I'm conflicted. I have no definitive answer for that. I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Personally, I felt like they should have recasted the role. Now I understand Chadwick and the way he portrayed T'Challa. We've seen him in 3 Marvel movies.
Yeah.
4, I think.
Probably 3 or 4. Civil War,
Black Panther, Endgame, and Infinity War.
That's 4.
So 4, yeah. So I understand his impact, but to keep the story going, like, because they're going to have to rework this whole shit because T'Challa's not going to be in the movie. In the universe anymore. Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. I personally feel like they should have just recasted it. Cool, but they're not. I understand the point.
That's why I was like,
I'm so curious as to how they plan to progress the story now. It's like I feel like they're gonna rush making Shuri Black Panther. They're talking. Michael B. Jordan has said if they want him back, he'll come back, which I don't think should happen. Like,
yes, I've seen that he's actually signed on to be Killmonger now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because they're doing a TV show as well, Wakanda.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, is it Black Panther? Or is it Black? No, I forgot what the name of the show is called, but it's supposed to be like Black Panther, like the TV show, the Disney Plus joints we did.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody getting the show.
I missed the whole shit. All right.
But okay, that's why I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. But okay, this is how I feel, and I'm sharing the sentiment with as far as the recasting. I know it's a sensitive subject, but if you're talking about a moviegoer experience, let me paint a picture for you, right? You almost do a disservice to Shuri if you give her the mantle too early. And the thing is, with trilogies, right, you have to build up an arc over maybe 2 to 3 movies of you getting this character. She just can't be, in my opinion, of what I've seen of other movies, not just Marvel movies, but just trilogies, right? If you're trying to paint this broad spectrum or this broad, stroke, right, it has to work over 3 movies. So if the hero gets the mantle or something that they were supposed to get later on too early, that causes a lot of conflict. And that can be great for the actress Letitia Wright, but bad for the character Shuri.
Right, got you. Which I agree wholeheartedly. And then with them, like with the MCU being 5 years in the future anyway, it's like how would that even work? Are they gonna play the story like, oh, T'Challa ended up dying during the events of Endgame? Like, I'm just curious as to how they plan to rework and move the story forward. Like, I literally have no idea.
Well, we have to say this, right? Marvel necessarily hasn't let us down when it comes to writing a film. Maybe the execution, you know, for a few. You can point to a few examples of the execution was just like, oh.
Right. Yeah,
but to the overall arc of said films, it still worked together, right? I think that I have to put away whatever I'm feeling, and just let Marvel cook and see what the product is.
Right, yeah.
That's what I put that down. I was just like, you know what? No matter how I feel about, whatever, right? I have to almost trust the writers of the MCU, Ryan Coogler, producers, Kevin Feige, and the on-screen talent to make this work.
Right. I could only imagine what the actual set is like with everybody being back, with T'Challa, with Chadwick missing,
that's gonna be
it's, and I know they're going to deliver a good movie, which is going to be even crazier because they are filling that void. They feel the void that that Chadwick is presenting because he's not there. So man, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, July 8th, 2023. Two, my bad. So, out of this lineup, outside of Black Panther, what movie are you looking the most forward to?
Honestly, I'll be completely honest. I'm more excited to see Doctor Strange before I am to see Black Panther.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
Like we did top fives a million times. Like Doctor Strange has one of the better origin stories in the MCU, in my opinion. So I always enjoyed the visual appeal of this film. And then you have Benedict Cumberbatch playing Doctor Strange. You have Wanda coming over, who's possibly going to be an anti-hero. You have Doctor Strange dealing with the multiverse stuff. Gordo, I can't never pronounce my man's name.
Mordo, I think.
Oh, Mordo. Oh, yes, Mordo. You're right. But still, the thing is, I can't pronounce his real life name. I know he played Victor Sweet in Four Brothers. But, 12 Years a Slave, too. He played 12 Years a Slave as well. Gotcha. That's my man's. I can't pronounce his name, though. But he's a dope actor, and he was set up to be kind of like the villain going into Doctor Strange, too.
Right, exactly.
At the end.
Exactly.
So I'm more excited to see that, because I just think Doctor Strange is just a dope. It's like Inception with MCU stuff. I just want to see that. I
feel that. And they've been teasing that movie a lot, saying that it's like supposed to be similar to like a horror film. And so it's like it's so many elements.
So with that being said, that's why it ups the excitement level a little bit for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to say Black Panther because Black Panther, but I mean that's up there. But I think Doctor Strange from everything, I want to see it.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm not mad at that. For me, I think I'm a little excited for Ant-Man and Wasp, the Quantumania. Like, first of all, we get Kang the Conqueror.
Yep.
What's my man from Lovecraft?
Jonathan Majors.
So we get Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror, which he's one of my favorite villains out of Marvel, just from the comics and shit, just because of the whole time travel thing.
Yeah.
And possibly being a descendant of Tony Stark. So that's cool. Plus, Ant-Man is like that sleeper MCU movie to me. Like, the shit is fun. Like, Ant-Man and Wasp is fun. So I fuck with Ant-Man and Wasp. I'm most curious about the Marvels.
Yeah.
Now, Captain Marvel 1, they could have let that shit go. They didn't have to do it. But in Captain Marvel 2, we're going to get Monica Rambeau, hopefully in her full superhero-ness. And then we also get Miss Marvel, who in the comics is an Inhuman. So I don't know if they're going to make her an Inhuman or a mutant in this movie. Like, I don't know. So I'm curious as to how they're going to fit her into this. And Miss Marvel is getting her own TV show on Disney Plus. Yeah. So I'm assuming that's going to lead into the movie. Okay. So that's the one I'm most curious about.
Gotcha. Now let me ask you this: which would you say is the most unnecessary sequel here?
Oh, unnecessary! I was about to. You said unnecessary. I automatically went to Black Widow. But it's not a sequel. It's not a sequel.
I've been off my bashing Black Widow.
Oh, Thor. Definitely Thor. Thor love, we got 3 Thor movies already, which the third one was the best. And I don't want to see Natalie Portman as Thor.
No, I don't. It ended on a high note, but yet they're bringing back all the actors, and all the actors, the director, and everything for Thor. So it's kind of like, okay, we're doing this to incorporate a female character to be the new Thor. Cool, but I don't know if we needed a movie for this.
You know what I think though?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be a prequel to Guardians 3. That's what I think. Because I think we're going to get the Guardians in the Thor movie. And Thor is going to be in the Guardians movie. So I feel like it's going to be somewhat of a prequel to that. Which, again, we don't need. We don't need it.
Honestly, these last two I don't care. I don't care about the War of the Guardians. Because Guardians Volume 2 was just okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first one was like a really, really good, enjoyable film. But if you're talking about the second one and third one, I'm not really high on. But I understand what we're trying to do with the cosmic element of bringing this into the MCU. So I get what it is. But I'm gonna come with a curveball question, as we always do. We always do this to each other.
True.
Now, in 2022, there's going to be 3 Marvel films. 4. Oh, it's 4? Okay.
You forgot.
Oh, yeah, 4. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be now, but it's going to be 5 total superhero films. You got to include DC's The Batman.
Oh, so okay. Oh, didn't that come out this year? Okay. Because I think it was supposed to come out this year, but they might have pushed it.
Yeah, they pushed it.
All right.
So, with that being said, which one takes precedent? Like, which one is Johnnie running to the theaters to see? One of these Marvel joints or the Batman?
So, honestly, damn. So, it's between 3. Of course, Black Panther, because I just got to see what they do with that.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange and the Batman.
Okay. That's your order?
Oh, like, no, that's not my order. Oh. My order is actually, damn. I might put the Batman first. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm putting the Batman first, and then I'm putting Doctor Strange and Black Panther at top 2.
Okay. I'm not mad at that because the Batman is an interesting story. I think it's never been told on film in this manner, where you get like a brand new spanking Batman, like he's in year 2 or year 3.
Yeah, like he's fresh in
like
the Batman.
He's still trying to figure this joint out. Yeah. It's not like Batman Begins. Like, okay, he's still, new. This is like
he's done it. Like he's been Batman, but this is only the 2nd year, so he's still trying to figure shit out.
So that's interesting, right? But still, it's like, okay. And I think it's like they put like 3 villains in here. Well, Catwoman is not technically a villain. She's more anti-hero, whatever. But Penguin and Riddler are definitely in this film. So it's kind of like, okay. And, they brought out some heavy hitters.
Yeah, man.
You got Colin Farrell. You got Zoe Kravitz. You got Christian Patterson. Who else? Jeffrey Wright playing Detective Gordon.
He's not the commissioner yet.
Yeah, or Detective or Lieutenant Gordon. He's not commissioner yet. So it's a lot that I think I'm more excited to see the Batman. Now that I think about it, it's just,
man. Yeah. As many Batman movies as we've seen, it's like you get these, and with this one in particular, it's a story that hasn't been told on film yet, like you said. And I think that's what's most intriguing about it, especially with the trailer that they put out last year or whatever. Like, it was like, oh, he's really trying to figure this Batman thing out. Like, he's not coming into being Batman. He's been Batman, but he's not the Batman that we've grown to know and love. Like, he's figuring this shit out.
Yeah.
I want to see that. I want to see how that play out in theaters.
Yeah, in theaters.
So, yeah. Now, the question, are you going to the theaters to see it?
Oh, well, 2022, yeah. I will see it.
Okay.
Not this year.
So no MCU movies this year? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I might go see that Spider-Man shit. I ain't going to lie.
That's the end.
That's December? Yeah, true.
But July,
hey, truth be told, if I do end up getting a vaccine or something, I'm going to see Shang-Chi. Like, I don't know if I can wait to see that. I don't know if I can wait to see that.
I got you. I got you. I'm not knocking it. I just know I don't want to go to the I'll go to a million places, but I just don't want to go to that movie because I know I'm just sitting there for 2.5 hours with these, like, I don't know. I can't do it.
Now, that's what's so okay. Out of the movies this year, and I might know the answer to this already. What movie are you most excited to see?
Shang-Chi.
I thought so.
It's not even close. Like, I guess the Spider-Man because they've been so lock key with details and stuff like that. And the trailer hasn't come out yet, so that's it doesn't have me excited yet. Not to say that I won't be once I see it, but right now it's just Shang-Chi.
True. Yeah, they put out a brief in the whole like Phase 4 trailer that they put out. They put out some footage to Eternals, but I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it.
The Eternals is interesting because it's like one of those new elements that you're trying to introduce. It's kind of like the Guardians before, we knew what it was, or, an Ant-Man before we knew what it was. So it's kind of like, when people see it and the reception is, received, maybe we can be hyped about it. But I'm not excited about the Eternals film at all.
I don't think a lot of people are. And it's crazy because there's like a lot of like heavy-hitting actors in there.
Well, no, it is. It's just there's nothing about it that seems exciting to get excited about. I'm not saying that it can't be a good film. It's not like, okay, we're talking about celestials that are more powerful than gods. Okay,
right.
I'm like, okay,
where the fuck was they at?
Like, right. I mean, that means nothing to me. Like, and then who's going to fight these niggas? Like, who are they fighting against? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who we fighting? Like
it's funny because it's true. But man.
How you do an origin movie story on a god? Like on God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's just how is that appealing?
The origin on the people of origins.
Yep.
Like, what we doing? That's funny. That's
exactly.
funny. But yeah, man. Listen, again, shout out to MCU, Loki in a few weeks. TV show Loki in a few weeks.
Make sure y'all stay tuned to OS exclusively on YouTube for those.
We will be putting out reviews for each episode. And when these movies come out, we'll be doing reviews of the movies. You know how we get down. Damn, we haven't done a movie review in a minute. I know you've been on your movie, TheMindOfRalph. Check him out on YouTube. I know you've been on your shit.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, man. That's all I got, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for this shit.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you guys for just letting us blurt it out with us. Blurt it out with us real quick. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted to talk about these movies at large. We are excited. We're big movie fans in general, but definitely something about these comic book movies definitely get me and Johnny in tune.
Word. Hey, I think I mentioned this to you. Damn, you don't have Amazon Prime, do you?
Well, I got it now.
You need to watch the show Invincible. It's an animated superhero themed TV show. Watch it. Let's discuss it when you finish it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. We got to talk about that shit. That shit was crazy. But anyway, again, we appreciate y'all for making it this far. If you're on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, get all the notifications. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you thought about the content. Anything you want to hear us talk about. We'll holler at y'all next week.
Yes, sir. 107.
Yeah, man, 107. And if you listen to audio, we're about to get into Song of the Week. So,